Hello and welcome back, students. I, Kumar, welcome you all again on behalf of Team Y. I hope that your preparations and you might be doing good and you might be enjoying your preparations too. So, as we said earlier, to ease your preparation, we always come up with something which will help you in your preparations very well. So, today in our bag, we have CAT 2022 slot 2 papers for you. So, we'll be taking each and every question one by one. So, be connected and let's enjoy the journey. All right. So here we go with the first question. So first question is from the chapters of compound and simple interest. So basically it is of simple interest. So what the question says that Mr. Pinto invests 1/5 of his capital at 6%, 1/3 at 10%, and the remaining at 1%, each rate being simple interest per annum. So before going further, let's stick to this line first of all. So the first line is saying that he has invested 1/5. So we have to get 1/5 of anything. 1/5 is what? 1/5 of anything. At the same time, we have to get 1/3 of anything. So what should be the value of investment that we should consider? Look, we can start off with X. But if suppose we are starting off with X, or suppose if we are starting off with 100X, 1/5 will be a good value, okay? But when you will take 1/3 of it, okay, 1/3 of 100X or 1/3 of X, it will be a fraction. Fraction always takes a bit of more time to calculate. So better than fractions, try always to take such a variable, ठीक है, जिसमें fractions ना आए. So as I have to take 1/5 and 1/3 of something, so I'll be taking instead of X and 100X, it will be better कि I'll be taking जो investment उसने किया है, let that be 100X. Oh sorry, 15X. Let the total investment that Mr. Pinto had done is 15X. Okay. So 1/5 of his capital means 5x of the capital has been invested at a rate of 6%. 1/3. So 1/3 of it will be what? It will be, oh sorry, 1/5 is at this percent. So 1/5 will be 3x. Right? Then we have 1/3. So 1/3 will be 5x. This has been invested at a rate of 10% per annum. And the remaining. So देखो total अगर मान लो 15x investment था जिसमें से 8x has been used. So what will be left? 7x. So 7x has been invested at a rate of 1% per annum. Or in simple words, we can say that the investment has been done in the ratio of 3:5:7. Okay, investment has been done in a rate of 3:5:7. Next, the minimum number of years required for the cumulative interest income from these investments to equal or exceed his initial capital. यानी what we want, the overall return from this should be more than 100%. So first of all, देखो हमारे पास क्या है, we know कि कितना part has been invested at what rate of interest. So अगर मैं सिर्फ एक साल का इंटरेस्ट कैलकुलेट करूँ, ठीक है, for a 1 year, how much percent of total investment I'll be getting as an interest? So since I have to deal with percentage, so let's use the concept of allegation here. ठीक है, या allegation नहीं, ठीक है, हम क्या कर रहे हैं, एक सिंपल से कंसेप्ट यूज कर रहे हैं. ऐसे समझो, the ratios will be 3:5:7. ठीक है, ऐसे समझो, if 3 kg of rice is bought at 6 rupees, 5 kg of rice is bought at 10 rupees, and 7 kg of rice is bought at 1 rupee. If I am mixing all the variety of rice, then what will be the price of rice per kg? So if you are purchasing 6 rupees rice, 3 kgs, the money that will be paying to the shopkeeper will be 18. अगर ये वाला राइस करोगे, it will be 50. And if you'll purchase this rice, it will be 7. And how much total kg of rice you are getting? 3 kgs of this, 5 kgs of this, and 7 kgs of this. So it will be 15. So overall percent return will be what? It will be 18 plus 7 is 25 plus 15 is 75. So 75 by 15. So it will be what? It will be 5%. Means effectively, okay, effectively you are getting return of 5% on your capital. यानी अगर आपने अपना पूरा 15x रुपीज मिस्टर पिंटो ने इन्वेस्ट किया है, सो इफेक्टिवली पर ईयर ही इज गेटिंग 5% इंटरेस्ट. सो व्हाट वी वांट, द मिनिमम नंबर ऑफ इयर्स रिक्वायर्ड फॉर द कम्युलेटिव इंटरेस्ट इनकम फ्रॉम दिस इन्वेस्टमेंट टू इक्वल और एक्सीड. अगर आपको पर मंथ 5%, सॉरी पर ईयर 5% का इंटरेस्ट मिल रहा है, सो इन ऑर्डर कि आपका जो इंटरेस्ट है वो 100% ऑफ द प्रिंसिपल हो जाए एवरी ईयर, इफ इट इज 5%, सो इन ऑर्डर टू गेट 100% ऑफ द इंटरेस्ट एज एन प्रिंसिपल, ठीक है, तो क्या करना पड़ेगा, सिंपली वी हैव टू टेक 20 years ऑफ टाइम और वी हैव टू वेट फॉर 20 years. In 20 years this will become 100. So answer to this question is what? It is 20 years. Very good question. ठीक है, अगर per year if we are getting an interest of 5%, so in order to get 100% interest of principal, ठीक है, interest which is 100% of principal, we have to wait for 20 years. Very good question, right? So this was question number 1 for us. Next we have is question number 2. So question number 2 is from the chapter of averages. So what the question says, the average of a non-decreasing sequence. Now it's very important, non-decreasing sequence means your first number is always smaller than the other numbers. Okay, the average of a non-decreasing sequence of n numbers a1 plus a1 a2 an is 3n, means if you'll find the average of a1 a2 a3, or if I'll add all up to an, okay, the sum will be what? It will be 300n. If 6a is replaced by the new average is replaced by a1 occur, just make a correction, if 6a1 is replaced by a1, okay, in this question if you are replacing this a1 by 6a1, so instead of a1 if I'll be replacing it by 6a1, okay, so the average is becoming 400. So if I'll add all 6a1 plus a2 plus a3 up to an, okay, so it will be what? It will be 400n. Okay, there has been slight mistake. It will be if 6a1 is replaced by, or it will be like this. If a1 is replaced by 6a1, make a correction here. If a1 is replaced by 6a1, okay, then the average becomes 400. So again, if I'll add all the numbers, okay, so it should be 400. If you'll take the difference of the two equations, simply दोनों का difference ले लो, so what we'll have 5a1 equals to 100n. This equation and this equation I have taken the difference, so what I'll be getting a1 as 20n. Okay, so the first number is what? It is 20n. Now what are the different possible values of a1 we can have? तो सबसे पहले अगर मैं देखूं, so what we have to do, if I'll be adding all the numbers a1 plus a2 plus a3, okay, so the sum should be 300n. या हम ऐसे बोल सकते हैं, if I'll take the average of a1 a2 up to an, okay, a1 a2 an, तो इसका जो एवरेज होना चाहिए it should be 300. Now suppose if I'm keeping the value of n as 50, ठीक है, अब आप बोलोगे सर n 15 कैसा आया, बिकॉज ये 20n है, अगर आप इसको 20n से मल्टीप्लाई करोगे इट इज समवॉट 15. सो सपोज अगर मान लो n is 15, so if n is 15, so what we'll be having a1 as 300. ठीक है, अगर मान लो मैंने n1 को 15 रखा, सॉरी n को अगर 15 रखा, so I'll be getting the value of a1 as 300, sorry. So if a1 is 300 and it should be a non decreasing sequence, मतलब वैल्यूज डिक्रीज नहीं होनी चाहिए. अगर ये 300 है तो जो अदर वैल्यू है वो या तो 300 हो सकते हैं या तो 300 से ज्यादा हो सकते हैं. सो इफ माय वन वैल्यू इज 300 एंड आई वांट, ठीक है, दैट एवरेज शुड आल्सो बी 300. इफ माय स्टार्टिंग वैल्यू इज 300 एंड इट शुडंट बी डिक्रीजिंग, ठीक है, ये डिक्रीज नहीं होना चाहिए. 300 से 299 नहीं हो सकता, 290 नहीं हो सकता. तो क्या करना पड़ेगा, फर्स्ट नंबर इज 300 एंड इट शुडंट बी अ डिक्रीजिंग सीक्वेंस. तो ये तभी पॉसिबल है इफ ऑल द नंबर्स आर 300. जितने भी नंबर्स होंगे अगर सारे के सारे 300 होंगे, ठीक है, देन डेफिनेटली योर एवरेज इज 300. सो एम आई सैटिस्फाइंग द कंडीशन? यस, ऑब्वियसली ये नॉन डिक्रीजिंग है. अगर सारे नंबर्स 300 300 300 है, इट्स नॉट डिक्रीजिंग, ठीक है. लेकिन अगर इमेजिन करो, इफ सपोज अगर मान लो मैंने n की वैल्यू 16 रख ली, इफ सपोज n is 16, so what I'll have a1 as 320. So if my a1 is 320, okay, and I want that the average of this series should be 300. So this will be feasible, but for that case now what we have to do, we have to decrease the value. अगर एक वैल्यू 320 है तो दूसरे वैल्यू से कम होने चाहिए. But we can't take a non-decreasing sequence. It means that the value of n beyond than 16 we can't take. Also the maximum value of n we can have is what? N is 15. So we have the maximum value of n as 15. ठीक है, the maximum value of n as 15, this we have. Now let's see what could be the minimum value of n. what could be the minimum value of n. Now suppose if you are taking only n's value to be 1, ठीक है, मान लो अगर n की वैल्यू अगर 1 है, it means that I'll have only one term. So in that case, if n is 1, so what will be the value of a? अगर आपने n की वैल्यू 1 रखी सपोज, so n की वैल्यू अगर 1 है, so a1 will be what? a1 will be 20. So ये ऐसा आ रहा है, there is only one term which is 20 and the average of that is 300. Is it feasible? Is it possible? So if there is only one term, ठीक है, that is 20 और उसका एवरेज 300 होगा, इट इज नॉट पॉसिबल, राइट? ये कभी पॉसिबल ही नहीं है. 20 का एवरेज 30 कैसे हो सकता है? ठीक है, इफ देयर इज ओनली वन टर्म एंड दैट इज 20, सो उसका एवरेज 20 ही रहेगा. सो n इक्वल्स टू 1 इज नॉट पॉसिबल. ठीक है, बट कैन आई टेक n इक्वल्स टू 2? लेट्स सी. So suppose if you're taking n equals to 2, तो अगर n की वैल्यू 2 है, so what will be the value of a1 you will be getting? So a1 will be 40. ठीक है, means I'll be having two terms. So अगर मान लो एक टर्म 40 है, ठीक है, and the second term is 560, ये नॉन डिक्रीजिंग है, राइट? और अगर आप इसका एवरेज निकालोगे, अगेन द एवरेज इज 300. So n equals to 2 is a feasible value. अगर मैं n equals to 2 रख रहा हूं, means I'll be having two terms. अगर two terms है, इसका मतलब first term is 40 and if I'm keeping second term as 560, definitely I'll be getting average as 300. यानी if I'm taking any number, ठीक है, that is beyond 2, 2 के बाद आप कोई भी नंबर रखो, ठीक है, definitely it will work. So the maximum value of n I was getting was 15 and the minimum value of n that we are getting is 2. So total how many values of n are possible? So total, if you'll see, so total 14 values of n are possible, right? So if 14 values of n are feasible, so in a similar way 14 values of a will also be possible, because a1 is what? It is 20 times of n. तो अगर आपके n के वैल्यूज 14 हो सकते हैं, तो a1 के भी कितने वैल्यूज होंगे? सो आंसर टू क्वेश्चन नंबर 2 विल बी व्हाट? इट विल बी 14. अ वेरी गुड क्वेश्चन. ठीक है, सो फॉर द सेकंड क्वेश्चन द आंसर इज व्हाट? इट इज 14 टर्म्स. ऑलराइट, everyone is okay with it? So let's see the next question. Again, a very good question to solve. Next, so next question is from algebra. Now algebra plays a very important role. Okay, if you are eyeing for 2024 CAT, it's very important topic. So it says that x square minus 10 to the power of x square minus 3x minus 10 equals to 1. Now think कि 1 कैसे आता है? Suppose I have a exponential function like this, a raised to the power of b is equals to 1. In what scenarios you will be getting answer as 1? So the different scenarios is, if my a is 1, raise let b have any value. अगर आपका a 1 है, ठीक है, तो 1 to the power of anything will have same, हमेशा 1 ही रहेगा, right? So first case can be a is equals to 1. Second case can be if b is 0. अगर इसकी पावर 0 हो गई, ठीक है, लेट योर बेस कैन बी एनीथिंग, एनी नंबर रेज्ड टू द पावर ऑफ 0 इज ऑलवेज 1. सो वन पॉसिबिलिटी इज दिस कैन बी 1, अदर पॉसिबिलिटी इज दिस कैन बी 0. एंड डू यू थिंक ऑफ कुछ और पॉसिबिलिटी हो सकता है? यस, देयर कैन बी वन मोर पॉसिबिलिटी, एंड व्हाट इट इज, इफ द वैल्यू ऑफ a इज नेगेटिव और -1 एंड b शुड बी इवन. ठीक है, a इक्वल्स टू 1 पे तो कोई भी पावर रख लो, डेफिनेटली इट विल बी 1. अगर b इक्वल्स टू 0 है, डेफिनेटली इट विल बी 1. बट हियर इन दिस सिनेरियो वी हैव टू लुक फॉर टू कंडीशन. फर्स्ट वन, दिस वन शुड बी इक्वल्स टू -1 एंड दिस शुड बी इवन. ठीक है, ये अगर -1 आ रहा है तो ये भी देखना है कि ये इवन आ रहा है या नहीं. ओके, सो द क्वेश्चन इज हाउ मेनी इंटीजर सॉल्यूशन. सो वी हैव टू लुक फॉर एन इंटीजर सॉल्यूशन. ऐसा कोई नहीं कि कोई भी रियल नंबर्स चलेगा. ठीक है, वी हैव टू वर्क ऑन इंटीजर सॉल्यूशन. So let's start with the first case. So first case means x square minus 10 should be equals to 1. Or what will be saying? X square is equals to 11. तो अगर x square 11 है, ठीक है, तो x के जो वैल्यूज होंगे that will be plus minus root 11. The values of x will be plus minus root 11. So under root of 11, will it be an integer value? If we are considering this case a equals to 1, ठीक है, we are getting real solution, but we are not getting any integer solution. ठीक है, सो फॉर दिस केस, फ्रॉम द फर्स्ट केस वी आर गेटिंग 0 आंसर्स. ठीक है, वी आर गेटिंग 0 इंटीजर सॉल्यूशंस. if we'll work on the second scenario, what will be the second scenario? The second scenario is x square minus 3x minus 10 equals to 0. If you solve this quadratic equation, okay, so what we want to get, we have to get a 3 and we have to get a minus 10. So how come it can be? It will be 5 and minus 2. Okay, 5 and minus 2. So the two values of x are what? It is 5 and minus 2. Solve this quadratic equation, it will be 5 and minus 2. So 5 is an integer, yes. Minus 2 is an integer, yes. So from this condition, we are getting two solutions. Let's work on the third condition. So third condition is x square minus 10 should be equals to minus 1, or we can say that x square is equals to 9. So the value of x will be what? It will be plus minus 3. Now we have to check the second condition also. What? When you are keeping the value of x now, this has to be even or odd. This has to be even. So suppose if I am keeping the value of x as 3, तो जब आप 3 रखोगे तो देखो क्या हो रहा है? It will be 9 square minus 9, ठीक है, and minus 10 I guess. 9 minus 9 and minus 10. Okay, so minus 9 and 9. So it's negative minus 10. So but it's an even value, right? So if it is an even value, so x equals to 3 is acceptable. ठीक है, so x equals to 3 तो work कर रहा है. Let's check for minus 3. तो अगर आप minus 3 रखोगे, it will be 9, it will be 9 and it will be minus 10. So 9 plus 9 is 18, 18 minus 10 is again 8. So again this it's an even number, means both the answers are acceptable. X equals to plus 3 भी work कर रहा है, x equals to minus 3 भी work कर रहा है. ठीक है, so from this scenario again we are getting two solutions. So total how many solutions are acceptable? So 2 from this condition, 2 from this condition. So the answer will be what? It will be 4. Okay, so there are 4 such integer solutions or 4 such integer values of x that will satisfy this condition. Okay, next is question number 4. The question number 4 is again from the chapters of average. Now what the question says, Manu earns 4,000 per month and wants to save an average of 550 per month in an year. Okay, so currently Manu is earning 4,000 rupees and on an average, okay, every month his saving should be 550. Okay, on an average every month his saving should be 550. In the first 9 months, his monthly expense was 3500. Now just wait. He was supposed to save 550 rupees. ठीक है, he wanted to save 550 rupees, but उसका जो ये expense है, that was 3,500. So how much he is able to save? He is able to save only 500 rupees. ठीक है, he desired to save 550, but he is not able to save. ठीक है, every month there is a lacuna of 50 rupees, or every month there is a shortage of 50 rupees, and he foresees that 10th month onward his monthly income will increase to 3700. Oh sorry, monthly expense will increase to 3700. So earlier his expense was 3,500. अब क्या हो रहा है, 200 रुपए से expense भी बढ़ने वाला है. In order to meet his yearly savings target, his monthly earning in rupee from the 10th month onward should be. ठीक है, तो वो उसको और कितना पैसा कमाना पड़ेगा, या what should be her monthly income from 10th month onward so that he is able to meet all his targets. तो ऐसे समझते हैं कि suppose 12 people decided to go for a picnic. ठीक है, let's understand this question in this way. 12 people decided to go for a picnic and everyone is asked to bring 550 rupees each. Okay, 12 people decided कि let's go for a picnic and it was decided कि अगर आपको picnic जाना है, so everyone is supposed to bring 550 rupees. Now what happened? The first 9 students, instead of bringing 550 rupees, they are contributing 500 rupees each. ठीक है, क्योंकि 500 ही saving हो रहा है first 9 months में. Instead of contributing 550, the first 9 students have contributed only 500. So how much deficiency is created? For every month, the deficiencies of 50 rupees, or for every student, the deficiencies of 50 rupees. So for the 9 students, the total deficiency that has been created is 450. ठीक है, अब ये जो बचे हुए 3 स्टूडेंट्स हैं, ठीक है, 10th, 11th एंड 12th, ये जो रिमेनिंग 3 स्टूडेंट्स हैं, दे आर वेरी कीन टू गो फॉर अ पिकनिक. दे वांट कि चाहे कुछ भी हो जाए, ठीक है, लेकिन पिकनिक तो जाना ही है. सो व्हाट दे डिसाइडेड, ओके, we will be bringing our part which is 550. ठीक है, each of us will be bringing the part which is 550 and will also be will also be meeting the deficiency that is being created. ठीक है, और विल ऑल्सो बी कॉन्ट्रीब्यूटिंग सम मनी सो दैट ये जो डेफिशिएंसी है वो क्रिएट हो जाए, मतलब कम हो जाए. सो हाउ मेनी पीपल आर देयर? 3 पीपल. टोटल डेफिशिएंसी इज 450. तो अगर इंडिविजुअल को देखोगे तो इंडिविजुअल को कितना एक्स्ट्रा रुपये लेकर आना पड़ेगा? 150 रुपीज एक्स्ट्रा लेकर आना पड़ेगा, सच दैट ये जो डेफिशिएंसी है वो कम हो जाए. सो दे हैव टू ब्रिंग देयर ओन पार्ट. 550 जो डिसाइड होता है पिकनिक जाने के लिए वो तो लाना ही पड़ेगा, एंड एक्स्ट्रा दे आर सपोज टू ब्रिंग 150 रुपीज. सो एक्स्ट्रा कितना? तो टोटल हाउ मच मनी दे हैव टू ब्रिंग? 3. मतलब ये जो लास्ट के 3 मंथ्स है, इन लास्ट 3 मंथ्स में टोटल सेविंग्स होनी चाहिए 700. अब 700 सेविंग्स होनी चाहिए. आपका एक्सपेंस है लास्ट 3 मंथ्स के 3700. सो हाउ मच शुड बी अ टोटल अर्निंग? सो योर मंथली अर्निंग शुड बी व्हाट? 3700 प्लस 700 विच विल बी 4400. वेरी गुड क्वेश्चन. ठीक है, और अगर आपको ये कंसेप्ट पता है ना पिकनिक वाला, अगर आपने मेरे वीडियोस देखे होंगे, सो डेफिनेटली आप ये क्वेश्चन आराम से कर सकते हो. क्योंकि एवरेजेस के क्वेश्चन तो मुझे लगता है बोनस है. जस्ट यूज दिस पिकनिक कंसेप्ट. ठीक है, देयर इज वेरी मिनिमम कैलकुलेशन एंड यू कैन डू इट वेरी इजीली. Okay, so in this question number 5, in triangle ABC, altitudes AD and BE are drawn to the corresponding bases. Okay, so first of all we have to draw a triangle. So let's draw a triangle. Okay, so triangle is A, B and C, and in this triangle we have to draw the corresponding altitudes. So one altitude is AD. So if it is altitude, it will be 90 degree, okay, and another one is BE. So BE again it will be 90 degree. So AD and BE are drawn to the corresponding bases. If angle BAC, so this angle they are talking about and they said it is 45 degrees, and angle ABC is theta. Okay, this angle is theta. Then we have to get the ratio of AD upon BE. Okay, so what will be the ratio of AD upon BE? So first of all, if we'll see in this triangle, okay, let's see in this triangle, let's use this triangle first of all. So it's a right angle triangle, right? It's a right angle triangle. In this it is a it's my perpendicular. Okay, this is my hypotenuse. Okay, and this is theta. So if you'll use the relation sine theta, so we'll say that sine theta is what? Sine theta is actually AD upon AB. Or in other words, we can say that AD is what? AD is AB into sine theta. Okay, AD equals to AB into sine theta. Next, let's see in this triangle. In this triangle, again, this is 90 degree. Okay, so we have altitude BE and we have angle 45. So if we are considering angle 45, this will be again perpendicular and this will be again hypotenuse. So we can say that sine 45 degrees is equals to BE upon AB. Or if you place the value of sine 45 is 1 upon root 2. So we'll be getting BE equals to AB upon root 2. So this is the value of BE, this is the value of AD. So let's place it and we can get the desired result. So it will be AD upon BE. It will be what? It will be AB into sine theta upon AB root 2. So AB and AB will be cancelled. This root 2 will come forward and finally will be answer. जो हमारा आंसर होगा, it will be root 2 times of sine theta. Okay, so for question number 5, the answer will be what? It will be root 2 times of sine theta. Moving on to the next question. Next question is from the chapters of function. मैंने हमेशा देखा है कि if you are good with graphs, okay, तो ग्राफ्स अगर आपका अच्छा ना तो आप डेफिनेटली 1-2 क्वेश्चंस कैट के एग्जाम में बहुत अच्छे से सॉल्व कर सकते हो. बट इफ यू आर नॉट गुड विद ग्राफ्स ना, ठीक है, सो यू फाइंड डिफिकल्ट टू सॉल्व दिस काइंड ऑफ क्वेश्चंस. सो व्हाट द क्वेश्चन इज सेइंग दैट लेट fx बी अ क्वाड्रेटिक पॉलिनोमियल इन x. ठीक है, सो इट हैज बीन गिवन कि fx जो है दैट इज अ क्वाड्रेटिक पॉलिनोमियल सच दैट fx इज ऑलवेज ग्रेटर दैन और इक्वल्स टू 0. ठीक है, So we have a function fx which is a quadratic function and fx is always greater than or equals to 0. So in what scenarios, ठीक है, fx will always be greater than equals to 0? अगर ये कंडीशन दे रखा है सिंपली fx is greater than equals to 0, so can you tell me or can you predict how many roots this function will have? ये जो क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशन है उसके सेम रूट्स होंगे, डिफरेंट रूट्स, डिफरेंट रियल रूट्स होंगे या नो इमेजिनरी रूट्स होंगे? सो अगर मेरा जो ग्राफ है इफ इट इज fx ग्रेटर दैन इक्वल्स टू 0, इट मीन्स दैट माई ग्राफ विल बी लाइक दिस. ठीक है, ये कैसा भी होगा बट इट विल बी टचिंग द x एट ओनली वन पॉइंट. दिस ग्राफ विल बी टचिंग माई x एक्सिस एट ओनली वन पॉइंट. तभी तो ये हमेशा या तो पॉजिटिव है या तो इक्वल्स टू 0 है. इट मीन्स दैट जो मेरा रूट होगा, ठीक है, वो क्या होगा, बोथ रूट्स विल बी इक्वल, या दिस इज अ कंडीशन ऑफ इक्वल रूट्स. अगर ग्राफ ऐसा है ना, सो दिस इज अ कंडीशन ऑफ इक्वल रूट्स. और यहां पर लिखा भी हुआ है इफ f of 2 is equals to 0. f of 2 is equals to 0 मतलब 2 is one of the root of this quadratic equation. 2 is one of the root of this quadratic equation. कैसे मैंने डिसाइड किया? देखो, एक तो मैंने ये देखा कि ओके fx is always greater than equals to 0, so मेरा ग्राफ क्या होगा, it will be of this nature. So we'll have only this is a condition of equal roots. और यहाँ पर mentioned भी है कि f of 2 is equals to 0. So the quadratic equation or the fx that we will be having is what? It will be k times of x minus 2 का whole square. And we don't know what is the value of k. ठीक है, लेकिन हमारा जो जनरल फंक्शन होगा ना, it will be k times of x minus 2 का whole square. Now to get the value of f of 4 or to get the value of k, we have the value of f of 4. So if we'll get the value of f of 4, so f of 4 is what? It is 6. So we can say that 6 is equals to k times of, let's place the value of x as 4, so it will be 4 minus 2. So 4 minus 2 will be what? It will be 2 square, right? So the value of k that we will be getting is, it will be 3 by 2. So now we can say that f of x is what? F of x is actually 3 by 2 times of x minus 2 ka whole square. And what actually we have to get? We have to get f of minus 2. So what will be the value of f of minus 2? Simply replace the value of x. So it will be minus 2 minus 2 4, so it will be 60. So 8 into 3 is what? It is 24. So answer to question number 6 will be what? It will be 24. Just cross check it. So for question number 6, the answer is 24. All right. So very important concept is graph. Make sure कि आप graph अच्छे से पढ़ रहे हो. Next question. So question number 7, again this is from the chapters of higher degree equation. Okay. So it says that let r and c be real numbers. All right, very good. If r and minus r are the roots of this cubic equation. So we have a cubic equation like this. Let's write it first. It's 5x cube plus cx square minus 10x plus 9 equals to 0. So this is the cubic equation we have, and it has been given कि इसके जो दो roots हैं that are r and minus r. So let us take the third root. अगर ये cubic equation, it will have 3 roots. So let the 3 roots of this equation be a, r and minus r. Okay, let the 3 roots be a, r and minus r. Then the value of c. So we have to get the value of c. So first of all, let's use the relation sum of roots. So if I'll find the sum of roots, so it will be a plus r minus r, and it should be equals to what? It should be equals to minus c by 5. ठीक है, अगर आप जनरल क्यूबिक इक्वेशन से कंपेयर करोगे, दिस इज ए एक्स क्यूब, दिस इज बी एक्स स्क्वायर, सो माइनस बी बाई ए होता है, सो इट विल बी माइनस सी बाई 5. So this and this will get cancelled, and finally you can say the value of a is what? It is minus c by 5. Now next use the another relation. ठीक है, if I adding the two roots, multiplying two roots together, so it will be a into r plus it will be minus of a into r, okay, and minus r square. ठीक है, alpha into beta plus beta into alpha plus alpha into beta. ठीक है, so if you do the two roots together, it will be what? It will be actually ये क्या होता है? It will be c by a. तो यहाँ पर c की वैल्यू क्या है? It's minus 10. So minus 10 by a which is 5. So it will be minus 2. तो ये और ये तो कैंसिल हो जाएगा. सो व्हाट द वैल्यू ऑफ आर स्क्वायर यू विल बी गेटिंग? द वैल्यू ऑफ आर स्क्वायर विल बी -2, sorry, +2. Okay, the value of r square is what? It's +2. ठीक है, माइनस c by a लेते हैं. ओके, so r square will be what? It will be 2. Next, let's take the product of all the roots. So when you will take the product of all the roots, so it will be a into r into minus r, and it will be equals to what? It will be equals to -9/5. ठीक है, once we have to take negative, then positive, then negative. So do we have the value of r square? Yes, we have the value of r square as -2. So it will be, 2. So it will be -2a. ठीक है, I've simply kept the value of r square will be equals to -9/5. So minus and minus will be cancelled, and we can have the value of a as 9/10. The value of a is 9/10. Now, do I have any relation between a and c? Yes. So the value of a is -c/5, or we can say that if I'll replace the value of a as 9/10, so 9/10 is equals to -c/5. This and this will be cancelled, so we'll be having the value of c as what? It is -9/2. Again, the question is from algebra. So for question number 7, the answer is what? It is option A. So what we have used? Simply the relation of roots and coefficients. Next is question number 8. Question number 8 is from the chapters of time, speed and distance. So what the question says, two ships meet mid-ocean. Okay, so suppose this is the mid-ocean and the two ships have met at this point. And then one ship goes south and other ship goes west. So one ship has moved in this direction and other one has moved in this direction. Both traveling at constant speeds. 2 hours later, they are 60 km apart. And if you consider after 2 hours, तो आप देखोगे that they are 60 km apart, or the distance between them is 60 kilometers. If the speed of one of the ship is 6 km per hour more than the other one, so let the speed of this be x. ये इस तरफ जो जा रहा है उसकी speed हो जाएगी x, and let the speed of this be x plus 6. So in 2 hours, what is the distance that it will be covering? It will be covering 2x, and it will be covering 2 times of x plus 6. ठीक है, 2 times of x plus 6, because in 2 hours the distance is getting 60 km apart. Then the speed in kilometer per hour of the slower ship. So simply we have to get the value of x. So अगर आपको यहाँ पर इसका आइडिया है, if you have the idea of triplets, simply place the values of x, और देखो ट्रिपलेट बन रहा है या नहीं. Or else what you can do, आप यहाँ पर Pythagoras equation यूज कर लो and you'll be getting the value of x. So if suppose I'll take, okay, let 20 be my answer, अगर और let the value of x is 20, तो अगर x की वैल्यू मैंने 20 रखी, so the triangle I'll be getting is what? It will be 40, 26, it's 52, and it will be 60. ठीक है, कोई कॉमन नंबर से डिवाइड हो रहा है क्या? 4 से सारे नंबर्स डिवाइड हो रहे हैं, राइट? सो दिस इज 10, दिस इज 15 एंड दिस इज 13. तो क्या ये ट्रिपलेट है? नो. 15, 10 और 13 इट्स नॉट अ ट्रिपलेट, मतलब ये राइट एंगल ट्रायंगल फॉर्म नहीं करेगा. ओके, सो ऑप्शन 20 तो आंसर नहीं है. उसी तरह अगर मान लो मैंने x की वैल्यू 12 रखी, so if the value of x is 12, so we'll have 24. okay, 12 plus 6 is 18, so 18 into 2 is 36, and we'll have 60. 6 से सारे डिवाइड हो रहे हैं, so this is 10 times, this is 6 times, and this is 4. so 4, 6 and 10 is also not a triplet, तो ये भी आंसर नहीं है. If you will be keeping the value of x as 18, तो अगर x 18 है, so the values will be 18 into 2 is 36, 18 plus 6 is 24, so it will be 48, and we'll have a 60. 12 के टेबल में सारे आते हैं, so it will be 5 times, it will be 4 times, it will be 3 times. So 3, 4, 5 is a triplet. Yes, 3, 4, 5 is a triplet. It means that the answer is what? It's 18. Or the speed of the boat is what? It is 18. ठीक है, अगर ये आपको ट्रिपलेट नहीं आता, आप क्या करो? सिंपली यूज द पाइथागोरस थ्योरम. हाइट स्क्वायर प्लस बेस स्क्वायर शुड बी इक्वल्स टू माय हाइपोटेन्यूज स्क्वायर. Next we have as question number 9. So question number 9, suppose for all integers x, there are two functions f and g such that f of x plus f of x minus 1 -1 इज इक्वल टू 0। या हम ये बोल सकते हैं इफ यू विल गेट द सम ऑफ f of x प्लस f of x minus 1, the sum should be what? It will be 1. And it has been given g of x is equals to x square. Also, if f of x square minus x, so this has been given if f of x square minus x is equals to 5, then the value of f of g5 and g of f5. तो सबसे पहले तो आपको क्या फाइंड आउट करना पड़ेगा? फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल वी हैव टू गेट द वैल्यू ऑफ f of 5 कि f of 5 एक्चुअली होता क्या है. So in order to get f of 5 we have these two relation. तो अगर मान लो we are starting with let the value of x is 1 and let's place it here. So what we'll be getting? We will be getting f of 0 as 5. 1 square is 1 and minus 1. So 1 minus 1 is 0. So we have the value of f of 0 is 5. ठीक है. Now if I'll keeping the value of x as 2 here. ठीक है. अगर मान लो x को 2 यहाँ पर रखा जाए और let's keep the value of x as 1. तो अगर x 1 है so what we will be getting? f of 1 plus f of 0 equals to 1. The value of f of 0 is 5. When you'll come to that side it will become minus 5. अगर आप f of 0 की value डालोगे it will be minus 5 here. So the value of f of 1 is what? f of 1 is minus 4. Now let's keep the value of x as 2. So जब आप x की value 2 रखोगे तो you'll be getting f of 2 plus f of 1 equals to 1. Or the value of f of 2 will be what? It will be 1 minus f of 1. So minus and plus it will become 5. So यहाँ पर दिख रहा है क्या? f of 0 was also 5, f of 2 is also 5. Let's get the value of f of 3. तो जब आप f of 3 की वैल्यू निकालोगे, so for that what we have to keep? We have to keep the value of x as 2. Oh sorry, x की वैल्यू 3 होगी. So it will be f of 3 will be equals to 1 minus f of 2. So what will be the value of 1 minus f of 2? So it will be again minus 4. So there is a particular pattern. What the pattern is saying that if f of even we are calculating, f of even is 5, and if you are calculating f of odd is what? It is minus 4. Okay, f of even number is 5 and f of odd number is minus 4. ठीक है, तो अभी तक मुझे तो ये रिलेशन मिला है. But actually what we have to calculate, we have to find this value, right? Sum of f of g5 plus g of f5. So let's I'm erasing these parts. या चलो इधर ही कर लेते हैं. So first of all let's get the value of f of g5. So what will be g of 5? अगर g of x, the value of g of x is x square. So what will be the value of g of 5? So g of 5 will be 25. बस x के जगह 5 प्लेस कर दो. So actually this will be what? This will be f of 25. ठीक है, अगर ये इक्वेशन अगर आप रिप्लेस करोगे दिस इज f of 25 प्लस g of f of 5. So f of 5 क्या होगा? f of 5 is an odd number. So g of minus 4. So g of minus 4 will be what? It will be minus 4 का whole square. So it will be 16. So this will be g of f of 5. ठीक है, तो इसकी वैल्यू देखो f of odd number is minus 4 and this was coming as 16. तो जब आप दोनों को ऐड करोगे तो आंसर विल बी व्हाट? इट विल बी 12. ठीक है, तो देखो बहुत सारे क्वेश्चंस हैं. ठीक है, दे आर फ्रॉम अलजेब्रा बट ऐसा नहीं कि क्वेश्चंस वर वेरी डिफिकल्ट फ्रॉम अलजेब्रा. द क्वेश्चंस ऑफ अलजेब्रा वर आल्सो वेरी डूएबल. बट आपके पास कंसेप्ट होना चाहिए. देखो कंसेप्ट प्लेज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट रोल. अगर कंसेप्ट है तभी मैं क्वेश्चन कर पाऊंगा, नहीं है देन यू ट्राई अ लॉट, बहुत मुश्किल होगा. Next question. So in an examination, there were 75 questions. 3 marks were awarded for each correct answer and 1 mark was deducted for each wrong answer and 1 mark was awarded for each unattempted question. All right. Means if you have attempted a correct question, you'll be getting 3 marks for it. ठीक है. If you have left the question, ठीक है, unattempted it, you'll be again getting 1 marks. But if you have attempted a wrong question, ठीक है, अगर आपने wrong answer दिया है, then 1 marks will be deducted. तो अगर मान लो मैंने देखूं, so total number of questions will be, some of them will be unattempted, ठीक है, some of them will be correct and some of them will be wrong. Unattempted, correct and wrong, and the total number of questions should be what? It should be 75. ठीक है, अब जो unattempted question है, for that we are getting +1 marks. ठीक है, so plus u For every unattempted question, there is 1 mark, so U marks will be credited. For every correct question, 3 marks will be getting, so it will be 3 times of C. And for every wrong question, minus marks will be deducted. Okay, so what is the total marks that Rayan scored? Rayan scored a total of 97. Okay, so this is the first equation we have got. This is the second equation we have got. Next, if the number of unattempted question was higher than the number of attempted question. Now it is said that the number of unattempted question is higher than correct plus wrong question. Very important thing. Then the maximum number of correct answer that Rayan could have given in examination is. So this is equation 1, right? And this is equation 2. Now simply add equation 1 and 2. So when we'll add equation 1 and 2, what will have? U plus U will be 2 times of U. It will be 4 times of C, and W will get cancelled. So it will be 97, 75, it will be 2. 9, 7 is 16, so it will be 172. Or we can say that U plus 2C should be equals to 86. U plus 2C should be equals to 86. Now see, if this is even, okay, and this is even, so definitely U should also be even. Ye 2 times of C is an even number. 86 is an even number, so definitely U should be even number. Any number of unattempted questions should be even. And also it has been given that कि unattempted question जो होने चाहिए ना, वो correct और wrong से ज़्यादा होने चाहिए. तो सबसे पहले मैं कौन सा ऐसा वैल्यू ले सकता हूँ? देखो, if there are 75 question, if you take the half of it, so 37.5. So 37.5 तो हो नहीं सकता. So the number, even number that is greater than 37.5. So it might be कि the number of unattempted questions can be 38. ठीक है? The number of unattempted questions can be 38. The number of correct questions. So if number of unattempted question is 38, okay. So what will be the number of correct questions? So 86 minus 38 is 48, right? So it will be 24. I'm taking the maximum condition. ये condition ना, देखो एक तो unattempted question ज़्यादा होने चाहिए, तो 37.5 से ज़्यादा होने चाहिए, and it should be even. तो सबसे feasible answer 38 मुझे दिख रहा है. अगर ये work किया then यही answer होगा. अगर ये नहीं होगा तो इसके बाद वाले values check करेंगे. So 38. If you place 38 here, okay, so 38 plus 2C should be 86. So 86 minus 38, अगर आप 40 ये कर लोगे तो 46, 48, okay, so 24, ठीक है. And your marks should be 97. या इन दोनों को ऐड करके बाद 75 आना चाहिए, राइट. So 38, 58, 68 and 58 and 62, okay. So the number of unattempted questions should be 30. अगर ये सिनारियो हो रहा है, so will that person be getting 97? देख लेते हैं. For 24 correct questions, okay, he'll be getting 72 marks. For this, he will be getting 38 marks and minus 13 will be subtracted. So this will be 25 and plus 72. Yes, he is getting 95. It means that जो मेरा first assumption है ना, वही correct होता. अगर ये नहीं होता तो मैं 38 के बाद 40 लेता, ठीक है, 40 के बाद 42 ट्राई करता. तो यही आंसर हो रहा है. So the maximum number of correct answer he can give is what? It is 24. So correct answer to question number 10 is what? It was 24. So whenever you come across this kind of question, देखो starting में ना ऐसे questions बहुत difficult लगते हैं कि पता नहीं करे क्या. But if you move ahead with whatever equation we have, देखो कुछ ना कुछ तो try करेंगे ना. लेकिन ना first go में ये question करने वाला नहीं था. I'll be going for this question only if I have done with all the questions और मेरे पास कुछ करने को है नहीं, ठीक है, because it takes a lot of thinking. So the correct answer to the question is what? It is 24. Next is question number 11. So question number 11 is from the chapters of polygon. So a regular polygons A and B have the number of sides in the ratio as 1:2. So let the side be x and 2x. And their interior angle is in the ratio of 3:4. So what is the formula for interior angle? So for a regular polygon, the interior angle is what? It is n minus 2 times of 180. Okay, for any polygon, the total sum of angle will be n minus 2 into 180 upon n. This will give you each internal angle. This is the formula for each internal angles. Let's place the formula here. So for the first polygon, the angle will be what? It will be x minus 2 into 180 upon x, because there are x sides. For the second polygon, it will be 2x minus 2 into 180 upon 2x. ठीक है, and this ratio in the question has been given as 3/4. So see, 180 cancel हो जाएगा, x and x will be cancelled. Even if you take 2 out, ठीक है, तो यहाँ से भी 2 cancel हो जाएगा. So what will be left? The only thing will be left is x minus 2 upon x minus 1 is equals to 3/4. So when we'll simplify it, so we'll have 4x minus 8 as 3x minus 3. Or we can say x is what? X is 5. So if x is 5, so what will be the value of 2x? 2x will be 10. So then the number of sides is b equals 2. So in b, how many sides we have? 2 times of x. So 2 times of x is what? It is 10. Very, very easy question. ठीक है, ये क्वेश्चन तो डेफिनेटली सभी बच्चे ने किया होगा. Let's see question number 12. So in question number 12 we have a question from elections. अभी elections का phase भी है. In an election, there were 4 candidates and 80% of the registered voters cast their votes. मतलब टोटल जितने भी वोटर्स थे उसमें से सिर्फ 80% ने वोट किया. One of the candidates received 30% of the casted votes, while the other candidates received the remaining casted votes in the proportion of 1:2:3. तो सपोज मैं अज्यूम कर रहा हूं जो टोटल कास्टेड वोट है, ठीक है, दिस इज द टोटल कास्टेड वोट, नॉट द टोटल नंबर ऑफ वोट्स. टोटल नंबर ऑफ वोटर्स का 80% है ये. सो दिस इज द टोटल कास्टेड वोट्स. So if the total casted votes is 100x and one candidate received 30% of it, it means that he might have received 30x of votes. ठीक है, टोटल कास्टेड वोट्स, जितने कास्टेड वोट्स है वो 100x है, तो जो कैंडिडेट को मिला होगा इट विल बी 30x. नाउ द रिमेनिंग 70x is distributed among 3 person in the ratio of 1:2:3. ठीक है, नेक्स्ट, if the winner of the election received 2512 votes, तो या तो विनर ये हो सकता है या तो इस केस में ये हो सकता है या तो इसको ज्यादा मिला होगा. So let's see कि how much it will be. So 70x has to be divided into 3/7, 3 plus 6. So it will be 35x. So this person is the voter. ठीक है, 70x को 1:2:3 के रेशियो में मैंने डिवाइड किया. So the winner is this one. So 35x इसको मिला है. So it says that the winner of the election received 2512 votes more than the candidate with the second highest vote. Second highest vote यही होगा. So it means that 35x minus 30x should be equals to 2512. Or the value of x we will be having is 2512 upon 5. So what will be the value of total casted votes? So total casted votes will be 100 into 2512 upon 5. अगर 5 के टेबल में से करोगे तो 20 टाइम्स में. So 25 is 50240. So this is the total casted vote. और ये जो total casted vote है ये total voters का 100% है. So what will be the total voters? So total voters will be what? It will be 50240. As this was 80%, so 80 into 100. So this is 5 times, this is 4 times. अगर 4 से सिंप्लीफाई करोगे so 48 यानी 12 टाइम्स. ओके, फिर 22 यानी 5 टाइम्स एंड 6. So 125 या तो 62. ओके, so when you will multiply it, the answer will be getting is 62800. ठीक है, तो अगेन क्वेश्चन में थोड़े कैलकुलेशन है, बट अगेन ऐसा भी बहुत ज्यादा नहीं था कि आप ये क्वेश्चन नहीं कर पाओगे. अगेन इट वाज अ डूएबल क्वेश्चन, इट कैन बी डन इन एनी डे ऑफ द एग्जामिनेशन. Okay, so this was question number 12 for you. The answer was 62,800. Okay, let's see the next question. So the next question is question number 13. So what this question is about? So the question says that on day 1 there are 100 particles in a laboratory experiment. Okay, so I'm writing. Okay, so on the first day there are 100 particles. On day n, where 1 out of every n articles produce another particle. ठीक है, of every, okay, so on day n where 1 out of every n articles produce another particle. So what is saying that on day 1, on day n where 1 out of every n particles produces another particle, if the total number of particles in the laboratory experiment increases to 1000 on day m, then m equals to. So what this line is saying, it says that on day n, for example, if suppose n is 2, Okay, if n is 2, it means that out of every 2, 1 out of every 2, ठीक है, यही होगा ना, 1 out of every n, so 1 out of every 2 articles produces another particle. So ये suppose day 1 में आपके पास 100 organism है, तो in day 2 how many organism will have, ठीक है, so total is 100, initially there were 100 ये, ठीक है. Now what will happen, we'll have some extra, कितना, 100 into 1 by 2, because 1 out of 2, ठीक है, 1 out of 2 will produce more organism. So how many extra organism will have 50 extra organism. So total number of organism we have is what, it is 150, ठीक है. At the end of day 2, how many extra organisms will total organisms will have, it will be 150. Next, let's see what happened in day 3. In day 3, it means that whatever is the initial count, ठीक है, whatever is the initial count, then 1/3 of it will produce one more, will produce another particle. So initially we are having 150, ठीक है, and how many extra I'll be having, it will be 150 times of 1/3. So जब आप इसको solve करोगे, it will be what, 50. So the at day 3 it will be what, it will be 200. Similarly at day 4, how many organisms will have, initially we are having 200, ठीक है, at day 4 it will be 200 into 1/4, because it's 1 out of n, so this much extra, so 200 into 1/4, so again we'll be having 50 extra, so total it will be 250. So clearly it is seen that every day 50 organism is getting increased. Okay, every day we are getting the quantity is getting increased by 50 organisms. So in the laboratory experiment, if it increases to 1000, okay, so for 1000 organisms, how many days we will be needing, ठीक है, if you want कि 1000 organism हो, so day 1 में तो 100 है, ठीक है, तो extra how many organism will be needing, it will be needing 900 organism. Every day the increment amount is of 50, so for 900 increment extra will be needing how many days, will be needing 18 days. So 18 days plus this initial day, ठीक है, पहला दिन जिसमें 100 organism है, plus these 18 days is required for increment of 900. So this will make total 1000. So total for 1000 organisms, how many days are required? So total answer will be what? It will be 19 days. Okay, very easy question. Simply थोड़ा सा language का अगर आप समझोगे, so it's not a very difficult one. Next we have is question number 14. So what this question is about, it says that the number of integers greater than 2000. Now it has simply said greater than 2000. ठीक है, इन्होंने बोला नहीं है कि of how many digits. So it can be of 4 digit also, it can be of 5 digits also, even it can be of 6 digits also. Question is simply saying that the number of integers greater than 2000. So greater than 2000, it can be 4 digit numbers also. Okay, it can be 5 digit numbers also, and it can be even 6 digit numbers also. Now beyond 6 digit, मतलब 7 digits तो नहीं हो सकते. Why? Because we are allowed only to use only these 6 symbols. Can be formed with the digits 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, using each digit at most once. Okay, so we are allowed to use digit at most once. So first of all, let's form a 4 digit number. So it has to be a 4 digit number. At the same time, it should be greater than 2000. So what are the numbers that I can keep here? Dekho, I can't keep 0 and 1. But suppose if I am keeping 2 here, and whatever number I am keeping here, obviously it will be greater than 2000. So can I place 2 here? Yes, we can. अगर आप यहाँ पर 2 प्लेस करें और and think of any number you are placing here, it will definitely be greater than 2000. So yes, 2 can be placed here. If 2 can be placed here, 3 can also be, 4 can also be, and 5 can also be. So this place, if I have to fill this place, so this place can be filled in 4 different ways. Okay, if we have to fill this particular block, this can be filled in 4 different ways. Now there is no restriction here. ठीक है, यहाँ पर आप कुछ भी fill कर सकते हो, 0, 1, 2, ठीक है, लेकिन any number might have been used to fill here. Suppose this number was filled by 5. So now we don't have the luxury of using 5 again, because at most the numbers can be used as once. So now this can be filled in 5 different ways. This will be again filled in 4 different ways, and this will be filled in 3 different ways. So what will be the total count? 4 into 4 is 4 into 4 is 25. This is 100. 4 5s are 20. Okay, let's do it that way. 4 5s is 80. 20. This is 80 and this is 3. So it will be 240. Similarly, let's see how many 5 digit numbers can be formed. So for this we will be needing 5 blanks. Okay, so what is the number that we can place here? So except 0, any of the number you can place here, because if it's a 5-digit number, obviously it will be a greater than a 4-digit number. So except 0, everything is possible. So we can fill it in 5 different ways. ठीक है, अब अगर इसमें आपने कोई भी एक नंबर यूज कर लिया होगा, इसे फिल करने के लिए सपोज मान लो मैंने 4 यूज कर लिया फिर से. So if 4 is used, okay, so now I have no longer the services of 4, but still I have 5 different numbers to fill it. So it will be filled in 5, this will be filled in 4, this will be filled in 2, 3, and this will be filled in 2. So 5 into 5 is 25, 100, 300, okay, and it will be 600. Now similarly, if I have to see 6-digit numbers, so we'll be needing 6 blanks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, this will be again filled in 5 ways, because except 0 we can use anything. This will be 5, this will be 4, this will be 3, this will be 2, and this will be 1. So in how many ways? So this will also be in 600 ways. So total number of possible answer is 6 plus 6 is 1200 plus 240. So it will be what? It will be 1440. So for question number 14, the correct answer is what? It's 1440. Okay. Next we have is question number 15. So what is question number 15? It says that for some natural number n, assume that 15,000 factorial is divisible by n factorial factorial. Then the largest possible value of n is. Okay, so the question is like this. 15,000 factorial has to be divisible by n factorial ka factorial. Now what is 15,000 factorial? So 15,000 factorial will be 15,000 into 14999 into 1498. Okay, so all the natural numbers up to 1 to 15,000. Now अगर मान लो मैंने suppose ये किया, okay, so the question is what is the largest possible value? So going by options, okay, I don't have the other options, so if I go by options, let us take that what is 7 factorial. तो अगर मैं 7 factorial का value, first of all, if suppose I'm assuming, I'm just assuming the answer, okay. So what is 7 factorial? So 7 factorial is what? 7 factorial is 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 into 5 into 6 into 7. So what will be the value of 7 factorial? So 7 factorial will be 720 into 7, right? So it will be 7 2s are 4, 5040. Now if suppose I am keeping here 7 factorial, so what equation I'll have? 15,000 factorial is to be divided by 5040 factorial. Will it be divisible? Yes, obviously. देखो, instead of thinking this question, अगर मान लो मैंने आपसे ये क्वेश्चन पूछा होता, is 5 factorial divisible by 4 factorial? Yes, why? Because 5 factorial is already 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. So if any number is less than this, ठीक है, अगर यहाँ पर कोई भी नंबर है that is less than 5 factorial, so obviously अगर 4 factorial के बदले 3 factorial भी होता, so obviously it will be 3 into 2 into 1. So if any number is less than this, so obviously the number is completely divided. So if here I have 15,000, so 15,000 से तो छोटा है 5040. So whatever number I have in the expansion of 15,000, definitely it must be in the 5040. तो ये तो possible है कि हाँ चलो 7 factorial तो divisible है, लेकिन 8 factorial क्या होता है? Why is not 8 factorial in the option? Let's see. So the value of 7 factorial is 5040. So what will be the value of 8 factorial? So 8 factorial will be what? It will be 5040 into 8. So 8 zeros are 0, 8 fours are 32, okay, 8 3, 8 fives are 40. So it's 40,320. तो देखो फिर उस केस में क्या आ जाएगा? 15,000 factorial has to be divided by 40,320 factorial. Is it feasible? 40,320 factorial में क्या होगा? It will be 40,320 into 40,319 into 40,318 ऐसे. And obviously ये 15,000 जो है ना, इससे छोटा है, ठीक है, 40,320 से छोटा है. So 15,000 के एक्सपेंशन में जो भी नंबर्स आएंगे उससे ये कंप्लीटली डिवाइड नहीं हो सकता. और इन अ वेरी नटशेल में अगर मुझे देखना है तो मुझे बस क्या देखना था, इस नंबर से कंप्लीटली डिवाइड होने के लिए यहां पर जो भी नंबर आए इट शुड बी लेस देन 15,000. अगर ये 15,000 से लेस होता ना, सो डेफिनेटली इट वुड हैव बीन डिविजिबल, बट ये इस केस में लेस नहीं. सो 8 फैक्टोरियल का आंसर ये नहीं है, सो डेफिनेटली 9 10 फैक्टोरियल तो होगा ही नहीं. So the largest possible value is what? It is 7 factorial. ठीक है, फिर से क्यों देखो, फिर से देखो, when you'll get the value of 7 factorial, so 7 factorial is 5040. So when I'll do the expansion of 5040, ठीक है, definitely it will be divisible by the expansion of 15,000. Why? Because 15,000 is much greater than 5040. जो इसके expansion में होगा वो इसके expansion में जरूर होगा. या आप ऐसे भी देख सकते हो कि अगर मैं 15,000 का expansion करूँगा, it will be like this: 15,000 into somewhat like 5041 into 5040 factorial. We can also write it like this. Okay, and it will be 5040 factorial. So this and this definitely is cancelled out. So the maximum value of n that we can take is what? It is 7. और obviously अगर 7 के लिए work कर रहा है तो 6 के लिए भी work करेगा, but we have to find the largest possible value, right? So the largest possible value is 7 factorial. Next is question number 16. So question number 16 says that working alone, the time taken by Anu, Tanu and Manu to complete any job are in the ratio of 5:8:10. Okay, so suppose we have the days. Okay, so Anu, Tanu and Manu is there. Okay, and the days respectively they are taking is 5, 8 and 10. Okay, it's in ratio, so we can take its x. So let's assume the total work. So total work will be what? It's simply the LCM of it. So iska LCM क्या हो जाएगा? It will be 40x. So efficiency of Anu will be 8. For Tanu it's 5 and for Manu it's 4. Next. So the next line says that they accept a job which they can finish in 4 days if they all work together for 8 hours per day. Okay. So if all the 3 are working, so what will be the combined efficiency? 8 plus 4 is 12, 12 plus 5 is 17. 8 plus 4 is 12, 12 plus 5 is 17. So ये जो 17 यूनिट्स है, सपोज ये पर आवर का एफिशिएंसी, ठीक है, सपोज ये पर आवर का एफिशिएंसी है. सो द टोटल वर्क विल बी व्हाट? It will be total efficiency in the total time taken. It will be 4 into 8. Why it is 4 into 8? Because every day they are working for 8 hours and they have worked for 4 hours. So this is the value of the total work. However, Anu and Tanu work together for the first 6 days working. Now on this, okay, on this work, okay, so this was the value of total work. Now what has happened? Now Anu and Tanu work together. So Anu and Tanu are working. So 8 plus 5, 13 units of work will be done for the first 6 days. So the amount of work so far Anu and Tanu will do, it will be 13 into, they have worked for 6 days and the time is what? It's 6 hours and 40 minutes. 6 hours and 40 minutes is also 62 by 3. So we can say it will be 20 by 3. So this is divisible by 2. So it will be what? It will be 26 into 20. Okay. Then the number of hours that Manu will take to complete the remaining job. So first of all, let's get the value of remaining job. So the total value will be what? It will be 8 4s. Okay. So it's 8 4s 32 into 17. So remaining job will be what? I am writing it here, okay. So it will be 32 into 17 minus 26 into 20. So this is the remaining job. Then the number of hours that Manu will take to complete the remaining job. Okay. So this remaining job has to be done by Manu. So suppose she is taking y hours. So y into 4, क्योंकि efficiency of Manu is what? 4. तो अगर आप देखो तो 4 से सारे cancel हो रहे हैं. 4, this is 5 times, okay, and this will be 8 times. Alright. Okay. अब अगर इसमें से मैं ये कर लूँ तो 17 into 4, 34, 68. ये कितना हो जाएगा? 68 and further 68. So 120, 128 and 136. So 136 minus 130. Okay, so this will be the value of y. So this implies y is what? Y is 6 hours. So Manu will be completing the remaining work in 6 hours. ठीक है, बहुत ज़्यादा मुश्किल क्वेश्चन नहीं था, बस थोड़ा सा इन्होंने क्या किया, थोड़ा कॉम्प्लिकेट करने की कोशिश किया. ठीक है, लैंग्वेज आपको ऐसा फीड किया कि थोड़ा इधर उधर हो जाए. So the remaining work will be done by Manu in 6 hours. Next, again we have question number 17, and it's a very big question I see. It seems. So there are 2 containers of the same volume. Okay, so we have 2 containers. of the same volume. As per given, the volume is same. First container half filled with the sugar syrup. So इसमें जो है it is filled with sugar syrup, and the second one is half filled with milk. So this is filled with milk. Okay, this is the first one and this is the second one. Half the content of the first container is transferred to the second container. Okay, and then mixture is transferred back. Okay, so we are just repeating the process. तो एक काम कर लेते हैं. Okay, suppose I am assuming that let the initial quantity is कुछ भी देते हैं random, 2 1 ले क्या 10 20. I have to do half कितनी बार? Half half half. ठीक है, I guess 3 times. Okay, so I'm assuming, ठीक है, let the initial quantity be 8x. ठीक है, इसका भी 8x यूनिट्स कंसेंट ये है कैपेसिटी है, एंड द कैपेसिटी ऑफ दिस इज ऑल्सो 8x. ठीक है, 8x हमारा कैपेसिटी है. नाउ व्हाट वी हैव डन, अगर इसका कैपेसिटी 8x है तो इसमें अभी शुगर सिरप कितना होगा 4x बिकॉज इट इज हाफ फिल्ड, और इसमें मिल्क कितना होगा 4x बिकॉज इट इज हाफ फिल्ड. 8x इज द टोटल कैपेसिटी ऑफ द कंटेनर आई हैव अज्यूम्ड. ठीक है, द शुगर इन इट इज 4x, मिल्क इन इट इज 4x. ठीक है, नेक्स्ट व्हाट वी हैव डन, half the content of the first container is transferred to the second container. तो अगर आप इसमें से half of the content transfer कर दोगे, so what it will be now? So it will have 4x of milk and 2x of sugar syrup. और यहाँ पर क्या होगा? In this we will be having 2x of sugar syrup. ठीक है, so I'm erasing it. So total in this we have 6x. ठीक है, in the ratio of 2:1. Next is transferred to the second container. Next, and then half of the mixture is transferred back to the first container. Now when you are transferring half of the mixture, तो इसमें से 3x mixture आएगा. ठीक है, इस 3x में से 2x will be mix and x will be sugar. So अभी currently इसमें 2x sugar है, x sugar अगर इसमें वापस आ गया, so the sugar content will be what? It will be 3x and 2x will milk, और थोड़ा 2x milk आ जाएगा. ठीक है, ये डायग्राम की जरूरत नहीं है. ठीक है, मैं आपको ऐसे ओरली करके दिखाता हूं. सपोज मैंने माना कि फर्स्ट में सपोज देयर इज 4x ऑफ हाफ ऑफ द ओके लेट्स टेक इन द फर्स्ट कंटेनर सपोज आई हैव 4x ऑफ sugar. ओके, एंड इन द सेकेंड कंटेनर आई हैव सपोज 4x ऑफ milk. Now what we have done, let's see, half the content of the first container is transferred. So when we will be transferring half of the content, so in this we will be having 2x of the sugar, and in this we will be having 2x sugar and 4x milk. ठीक है, next, and then half of this mixture is transferred back to the first container. Now when you will be transferring half of it, तो देखो half sugar इसमें से चला जाएगा and half milk will come. सो अगर ये 2x शुगर है, ठीक है, तो इसमें से हाफ शुगर चला गया, सो हाउ मच शुगर विल बी लेफ्ट. ठीक है, सो इन दिस ओनली x शुगर विल बी लेफ्ट एंड मिल्क कितना होगा 2x विल बी लेफ्ट. तो ये सेम चीज उधर ट्रांसफर हो जाएगा. सो द शुगर क्वांटिटी इन दिस विल बी व्हाट, इन द फर्स्ट कंटेनर नाउ आई विल हैव 2x प्लस x शुगर. सो इतना शुगर हो गया हमारे पास, एंड मिल्क विल बी व्हाट, मिल्क विल बी 2x. ठीक है, then half of the mixture is transferred back to the first container. Next half the content of the first container is transferred back to the second container. Next, तो देखो अगर फिर से इसका हाफ निकालोगे तो मिल्क कितना बचेगा, इसमें से 2x मिल्क है तो हाफ मिल्क चला जाएगा. सो मिल्क अगेन x पार्ट ऑफ मिल्क विल बी मूविंग टू दैट साइड. सो द कंटेंट ऑफ मिल्क इन इट विल बी व्हाट, इट विल बी 3x. इनिशियली 2x है, x मिल्क यहां से आ गया. ठीक है, शुगर सिरप कितना है देखो 3x है, अगर 3x में से हाफ चला गया तो 1.5x आएगा, और ऑलरेडी यहां पर x है, तो शुगर सिरप कितना हो जाएगा, इट विल बी 2.5x. सो दिस इज शुगर सिरप एंड दिस इज मिल्क इन द सेकेंड कंटेनर. नेक्स्ट, हाफ द कंटेनर ऑफ द फर्स्ट कंटेनर ट्रांसफर्ड बैक टू द सेकेंड कंटेनर. नेक्स्ट, देन द रेशियो ऑफ शुगर सिरप एंड मिल्क इन द सेकेंड कंटेनर. तो इसका रेशियो हमें चाहिए. सो 2.5x और 3x है, सो व्हाट विल बी द रेशियो, द रेशियो ऑफ शुगर सिरप, सो इट विल बी 5:6. ठीक है, बहुत बेसिक क्वेश्चन है, इसमें कुछ खास करना नहीं था, जैसा जैसा इन्होंने ट्रांसफर करने को बोला ना. देखो बेस्ट पार्ट क्या है, एवरी टाइम हाफ ऑफ द मिक्सचर इज गेटिंग ट्रांसफर. तो अगर हाफ ऑफ द मिक्सचर इज गेटिंग ट्रांसफर तो इट्स नॉट बेटर टू यूज एलिगेशन. बिना एलिगेशन के आप सिंपली हाफ करते जाओ एंड यू विल गेट द आंसर. Next we have is question number 18. So question number 18 says that consider the arithmetic progression 3, 7, 11 and let A denote the sum of the first n terms of the progression. Then the value of, okay, so the question is like this. So we have to get the value of this 1 upon 25. Okay, then we have a summation where n equals to 1 to 25 and here we have an. So first of all, what is an? So an is the summation of this progression. So if we have to get the value of an, so an will be what? It will be n by 2 into 2a. So a is what? A is 6. A is 3, so 2a will be 6. So 6 plus n, we don't know what is it is. So n minus 1. And what is the value of d? It's 4. So when we'll simplify it, okay, so we'll have n into 3 plus 2n minus 2. Further, if you'll simplify it, okay, so we'll have n times of 3 minus 2. So it will be 2n plus 1 or 2n square plus n. So the value of an is what? The value of an is 2n square plus n. Let's place it here. So finally हमें ये चाहिए 1 by 25 summation of n equals to 1 to 25 of 2n square plus n. So इसका summation individually find out करते हैं, इसका summation individually find out करते हैं. So I am keeping out 125 separately. Okay, also if I'll take out 2 common, so I have to take the summation of n equals to 1, say 25 of n square, plus we have to take the summation of n from n equals to 1 to 25. So let's use the summation formula. Okay, n square का formula क्या होता है? n square is sum of 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square. तो इसका formula क्या होता है? It will be n into n plus 1. Summation of n square का formula क्या होता है? और ऐसे लिख लेता हूँ. If we have to add the squares of natural numbers, okay, 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square, okay, if we have to add like this, so what is the formula? It is n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 whole divided by 6. And if we have to get the sum of 1 plus 2 plus 3 like this, okay, so it will be n into n plus 1 by 2. Same thing is here also. जब n की वैल्यू 1 होगी, it will be 1 square. जब n की वैल्यू 2 होगी, it will be 2 square. So हमें 1 square, 2 square, 3 square up to 25 square add करना है. So the value of n is 25. Place it here. So 1 by 25 will be sitting outside, okay. Then we'll have a 2 into n square. N square, so the formula it will be 25 into 26 into 2n. It will be 51 upon 6. Plus n is 25 again, so it will be 25 into 26 upon 2. तो देख लेते हैं पहले क्या क्या कैंसिल हो रहा है. तो देखो ये 2 और ये 3 टाइम्स में, ये 17 टाइम्स में, राइट. ये 2 और ये 13 टाइम्स में. Also 1 by 25 is sitting outside, so ये 25, this 25 and this 25 is cancelled. So what is left? So here we have 26 into 17 plus we have a 13, right? Other things are cancelled. So if you take 13 common now, so it will be 34 plus 1. So 13 into 35. So 350 and 105. So it will be what? It will be 455. Okay. So correct answer to the question will be what? It's 455. Alright. Let's see the next question. So next question is, it is from logarithm and inequalities, combination of that. So actually what the question is, so question is like this. So we have 4 minus log n base 2 upon 3 minus log n base 4 and it is less than 0. So the number of distinct integer values of n we have to find that will satisfy the given condition. Okay, so before solving it, let's assume that log of n with base 2 is x. So if this is x, then can we say that log n with base 4, it will be nothing but it will be x by 2. Think कौन से property of log से ऐसा होगा? ठीक है, अगर ये x है so it will be x upon 2. कौन से प्रॉपर्टी से हो रहा है? देखो, we can say 4 is what? 4 is 2 to the power of 2. So whatever is the power of 2, it will get divided. So finally it will be x upon 2. So now the equation changes. Okay, so we can write it will be 4 minus x upon 3 minus x upon 2. Okay, it should be less than 0. So it will be if you will take 2, so it will be 4 minus x. Okay, 6 minus x, this 2 will come in front. Okay, and it will be multiplied like this. बट सिंस देखो हमें तो इक्वेट करना है 0 से, सो ये 2 उधर जाकर क्या हो जाएगा 0/2, तो 0/2 विल नॉट प्ले पार्ट इन इट, सो इट विल बी अगेन 0. एंड इफ यू टेक माइनस कॉमन, इसमें से माइनस कॉमन ले लो, इसमें से भी कॉमन ले लो, सो व्हाट विल हैव x minus 4 अपॉन x minus 6 शुड बी लेस देन 0. ठीक है, सिंपली मैंने -1 यहां से कॉमन लिया, -1 यहां से कॉमन लिया, दोनों को कैंसिल कर दिया. सो इफ आई प्लॉट इट ऑन अ नंबर लाइन, सो द टू रूट्स विल बी 4 and 6. So here we'll be having 4, here we'll be having 6. So here it's positive infinity, यहाँ पर negative infinity. तो हमें क्या, this one will be a positive zone, this one will be a negative zone, and this one will be a positive zone. So we need a negative zone. It means that the x lies between 4 to 6. Okay, x lies between 4 to 6. ठीक है, x की जो वैल्यू है ना, that will lie between 4 to 6. All right. Now, actually, what was x? Just a minute. Can we take? Okay. Now, what was x? X was log n with base 2. So this is 6 and this is 4. Comparing both the inequalities, okay, we can say that. Now we have to convert it into we have to get the value of n. तो अगर आप देखोगे, सपोज आपके पास ऐसा एक्सप्रेशन है, 4 is less than log n with base 2. Now this is a number and this is a logarithmic function. तो दोनों जब log function में होगा तब तो मैं कंपेयर कर सकता हूँ, और using the property of log we can say that this will be 2 to the power of 4 should be greater than n. Okay, so 2 to the power of 4 is what? So it will be 16 is greater than n. ठीक है, and 2 to the power of 6, so 2 to the power of 6 क्या होगा? It will be 32, it will be 64. So your n is lying between 16 and 64. अच्छा, क्या n की वैल्यू 16 हो सकती है? अब मान लो अगर n की वैल्यू 16 या n की वैल्यू 16 है, यानी इसका मतलब क्या है, log n का वैल्यू जो है ये 4 हो रहा है, तो अगर ये 4 हो जाएगा तो ये क्या हो जाएगा? इट विल बी 0. So is 0 greater than 0? No. Even I can't take 6 also. मतलब excluding 16 and 64, I can't take 16 and 64. लेकिन except 16 and 64 सारे values चलेंगे, यानी 17, 18, 19 and up to 63. तो 17 से लेकर 63 there will be how many terms? So 60 से 64 there will be 47 terms. Okay. So the correct answer to the question will be what? It will be 47. Okay. So this is question number 19. Next we have is question number 20. Now what the question is saying that if a and b are non-negative real numbers, okay, now very important thing, a and b both are non-negative. So if a and b are non-negative real numbers such that a plus 2b is equals to 6, then the average of maximum and minimum possible values of a plus b. So what we have to get? We have to get the maximum and minimum possible value of a plus b. So if a plus 2b is equals to 6, so we can write it like this also. Okay, it is a plus b is equals to 6 minus b. So what will decide कि a plus b will have a maximum value? So it is basically dependent on b. If your b is maximum, okay, then a plus b will have a minimum value. And if your b is minimum, ठीक है, then a plus b will have a maximum value. So अगर मुझे इसको maximize करना है, I simply have to minimize b. So what is the minimum value of b we can take? The minimum value of b we can take, a and b are non-negative. So non-negative means the minimum value of b we can have is 0. So if b is 0, so what will have? So we'll have a plus b equals to 6 minus 0, okay, which will be what? Will be 6. So 6 is what? 6 is the maximum value. Okay, I have maximized it. Now if I have to minimize the value, okay, if we have to minimize the value of a plus b, so in this case what we have to do? We have to maximize the value of b. Okay, we have to maximize the value of b. So it will be 6 minus b, and what we have to do, we have to maximize the value of b. तो अगर मुझे b maximize करना होगा, definitely a has to be minimized. ठीक है, अगर मान लो आप b को maximize करना चाहते हो, ठीक है, तो b a को minimize करना पड़ेगा. So a minimum value of a will be what? It will be 0. So if you'll put a equals to 0, okay, so we'll have 0 plus b equals to 6 minus b, or we'll be having 2b equals to 6. So the value of b is what? 3. So if the value of b is 3, so what will be the minimum value of a plus b? Minimum value of a plus b is what? It will be 3. So this is the minimum value of a plus b, and this is the maximum value of a plus b. So what will be the average of it? It will be 6 plus 3 by 2, which is 4.5. Okay, so for question number 20, the answer is what? It's 4.5. Let's see the next one. Next question is question number 21. So question number 21 says that 5 students, including Amit, appear for an examination in which possible marks are integers between 0 and 50. Okay, so 5 students have appeared for an examination, okay, and what is the marks that they can get? It is any integer between 0 to 50, both inclusive. Okay, so a person can get 0 also and a person can get 50 also. The average of for all the students is 38. Okay, so average of all the students is 38, and exactly 3 students got more than 32. Okay, so this question is like this. So 32 is the benchmark. Okay, there are around 3 students, okay, they have got more than 32, और जो बाकी के हैं they might have got 32 or less than that. Okay, and their average is what? Average is 32. Average is 38. If no 2 students got the same marks and Amit got the least marks, okay, no 2 students have got the same marks, and at the same time Amit should be getting the least marks among the 5 students, then the difference between the highest and lowest possible marks of Amit is. अच्छा ठीक है. Now first of all, let's try to minimize the marks of Amit. So अगर मुझे अमित का मार्क्स मिनिमाइज करना है, so what I'll be doing, I'll be maximizing the marks of these 3 students. ठीक है, अगर आप देखोगे कि ठीक है मुझे अमित का मार्क्स मिनिमम रखना है, तो ये अमित का मार्क्स मिनिमम कब होगा? when these 3 students will be getting more marks. तो ये जो 3 students हैं इनका मैक्सिमम मार्क्स क्या हो सकता है? It can be 48, 49 and 50. 48, 49 and 50. Okay, अच्छा, can I take 47 the marks of 4? No, the question had a constraint that only 3 people are getting more than 32. लेकिन क्या जो 4th student है, can he get 32? Yes, he can get 32. So if the 4th student is getting 32 and other 3 students are getting 48, 49 and 50, so definitely whatever marks Amit will be getting, that will be the least marks for Amit. Okay, so how to get the marks of Amit now? So least marks, okay, least marks will be what? See, the average has to be 38, right? So अगर average 38 है, मतलब ऐसे समझो, everyone was asked to bring 38 rupees for the picnic. ठीक है, now instead of bringing 38, this student has bought 48, means he has brought 10 rupees extra. This person has brought 11 rupees extra. This person has brought 12 rupees extra, and this person has brought 6 rupees का shortage is there. Okay, so how much extra money now we have? 10 plus 11 is 21. 21 plus 12 is 33. Okay, so 33 extra and a shortage of 6. Okay, so 7 rupees is already present. Amit, who was supposed to bring 38 rupees for the picnic, उसके लिए 27 rupees already है. So how much money Amit has to bring? Amit only has to bring 11 rupees. अगर Amit 11 rupees ही लाएगा ना, ठीक है, तो उसका काम हो जाएगा. So the least marks that Amit will be getting is what? It will be 11. Okay, so this is the least marks. Now let's try to get the maximum marks that Amit can get. Okay, maximum marks that Amit can get. Okay, again the condition prevails. What the condition is? Okay, 3 students should be there who should be getting more than 32. Okay, who should be getting more than 32? Now let us take a random number. ठीक है, अगर मान लो मैंने numbers लिया if I'm suppose taking a number 31 sorry 33 34 and 35, तो अगर आपने मान लो 33 34 35 लिया तो कभी भी आपका जो एवरेज है ना इट विल नेवर बी 38. ठीक है, हमें ये भी देखना है. ठीक है, वी आई अग्री दैट अमित हैज टू स्कोर मैक्सिमम मार्क्स, मैक्सिमम पॉसिबल मार्क्स, बट ये भी पॉसिबल होना चाहिए ना कि उनका जो एवरेज है दैट शुड बी मोर देन, मतलब इट शुड बी 38. तो 38 मार्क्स मतलब एवरेज भी होना चाहिए. ठीक है, 3 students should get score more than 32 and 2 students should score less than 32 also. Okay, so what is the minimum marks now we can take off. देखो, since I want the average to be 38, ठीक है, so the minimum marks, ठीक है, that we will be going for, it will be just a minute. Okay, so simply what we have to get the maximum marks. So what can be the maximum marks? देखो, already 3 students should get more than 32. ठीक है, 1 student can get 32. Now if suppose I am assuming कि चलो जो maximum marks अमित का है ना, suppose वो 31 है. ठीक है, मान लो, क्योंकि इससे ज़्यादा और तो मिल नहीं सकता. So I am एकदम considering the maximum value that अमित can get. So suppose if I am considering कि the अमित is getting suppose 31. अमित is getting 31. 4th student has scored 32. Now is it feasible? ये feasible है क्या? Now the average has to be 38. Again getting back to the same example. Suppose everyone was asked to bring 38 rupees for a picnic. ठीक है, तो देखो कितने का शॉर्टेज हो रहा है. यहाँ पर 7 रुपीज़ का शॉर्टेज, यहाँ पर 6 रुपीज़ का शॉर्टेज. सो 7 + 6 यानी सो फार 13 रुपीज़ का शॉर्टेज है. Now this 13 rupees shortage has to be fulfilled by the other 3 students who are getting more than 32. ठीक है, तो 38 वो लेकर आ रहे हैं और 13 को ये कर दो. तो अगर उनको 13 लेकर आना है, ठीक है, सो मान लो इफ वन पर्सन इज ब्रिंगिंग 50 रुपीज, और लेट्स टेक इफ वन पर्सन इज ब्रिंगिंग 49 रुपीज. ठीक है, वन इज ब्रिंगिंग 38, देन आई हैव अ 39. ओके, लेट्स डू इट वेरी सिंपल वे. देखो, सिंपली वी हैव टू फुलफिल दिस कंडीशन. ठीक है, सो लेट्स अज्यूम दैट वन पर्सन इज ब्रिंगिंग 38 रुपीज. इट हैज टू बी ओके. अनदर वन इज ब्रिंगिंग 39 रुपीज एंड अनदर वन इज ब्रिंगिंग 50 रुपीज. तो यहां पर 12 रुपीज एक्स्ट्रा, यहां पर ये 11 हो जाएगा ना. Oh sorry, here I'll have 1 rupee extra. So this condition fulfills. यहाँ पर -7 का शॉर्टेज है, यहाँ पर -6, यानी ओवरऑल देयर इज अ शॉर्टेज ऑफ 13. अब ये जो 13 रुपीज का शॉर्टेज है ये फुलफिल हो पा रहा है क्या, देख लो. इफ सपोज आई एम कंसिडरिंग दिस 38, 39 एंड 50. 38 लाना था, ही हैज ब्रॉट 38, कोई एक्स्ट्रा नहीं है. यहाँ पर 1 रुपये एक्स्ट्रा हो रहा है एंड हेयर ऑल्सो वी आर गेटिंग 12 रुपीज एक्स्ट्रा. सो दिस 13 रुपीज विल मैनेज दिस 13 रुपीज. सो द मैक्सिमम मार्क्स दैट अमित कैन गेट इज 31. So the difference of maximum least will be what? It will be 20. Okay, so for question number 21, the answer is what? It's 20. Next we have is question number 22. So what is question number 22? The length of each side of an equilateral triangle ABC is 3 centimeter. Okay, so we have been given with an equilateral triangle. Okay, and each side is of 3 centimeter. Okay, so this is 3 and even this is 3. Let D be a point on BC. So suppose this is A, this is B and this is C. So let D be a point on BC such that area of triangle ADC is half the area of triangle ABD. Okay, let's see. Suppose ये D point है. So what it is saying that the area of triangle ADC is simply half the area of triangle of ABD. Or in other words, it has been said that कि इनका जो area का ratio है that is 2:1. So if the area's ratio is 2:1, it means that side will also be divided in the same ratio. So side अगर same ratio में divide होगा, so total 3 है, so it will be 2 centimeters and it will be 1 centimeter. Then the length of AD. So we have to get the length of AD. Okay. So how to get the length of AD? So let's get the area of this triangle. So first of all, अगर ये equilateral triangle है, ठीक है, so what will be the area of it? It will be root 3 by 4 into side square. Side is what? It is 3 into 3, 9. So this is the complete area of the triangle. Now if I have to get the area of ADC, तो ये वन पार्ट है और ये टू पार्ट्स है, मीन्स इट विल बी 1/3 पार्ट ऑफ द टोटल एरिया. ये जो एरिया ADC होगा ये टोटल का 1/3 है. So when we'll simplify it, okay, so it will be what? It will be 3 root 3 by 4. So area of this triangle is 3 root 3 by 4. Now if suppose I am assuming, let this value be x. Using Hero's formula, can I get the area of this triangle? Yes. So what will be the area of this triangle? So it will be under root of, first of all, s. So semi perimeter will be x plus 4 by 2 into x plus 4 by 2 minus 3 first of all, then x plus 4 by 2 minus 1 and x plus 4 by 2 minus x. ठीक है, so let's simplify it. So we'll have x plus 4 by 2 here. ठीक है, this all will be inside under root. देखो 3 2s are, it will be 6. So 4 minus 6, so it will be x minus 2 minus 2. It will be x plus 2 by 2 into, so it will be minus 2x, right? So minus 2x, so 4 minus x. ठीक है, so this will be equals to what? It will be 3 root 3 by 4. Now taking whole square both side, ठीक है, if you take the whole square both side, so see, this is x minus 2, this is x plus 2, so it will be x square minus 4 by 4 into, this is actually this is 4 minus x, right? So it will be what? It will be 4 4. So 16 minus x square by 4, and it should be equals to what? 3 3s is 9, 9 it's 27 upon 16. So ये 4 cancel हो जाएगा, okay? So we'll have x square minus 4 into 16 minus x square, and it should be 27. Now simply let's place the value of x. ठीक है, so if suppose I am considering that x is root 8, so it will be 8 minus 4, so it will be 4. 16 minus 8 is 8, so 8 4s is 32, so it is not satisfying the given answer, okay? मतलब दोनों left hand side right side नहीं हो रहा है. If suppose if I am considering the value of x as 6, so it will be 6 minus 4 into 16 minus 6, so this is 10 into 2 20, so this is not satisfying the given condition. Okay, if suppose we are considering root 7, so root 7, so 7 square 7 minus 4 is 3 into 16 minus 7 is 9, so 9 into 3 is 27. Okay, so left hand side and our right hand side is satisfied if you are considering the value of x as root 7. So the correct answer to the question will be what? It will be root 7. Okay, so this was question number 22 for you. All right, so this brings us to the end of this video lecture. I hope that you might have enjoyed the question, okay? And each and every question that we have discussed, it must be clear to you. But if you need more power, if you want to learn how to crack CAT 2024, GD and PI, and to get into IIMs and your top B school in your first attempt itself, okay? So and for personalized approach, okay, you can join the link in description. All right, and for more such videos, please comment what paper you want to discuss, okay? If there is any specific exam जिसका paper आपको discuss करना है for a specific year, please write it down on the comment box, and definitely will be coming up with the solution of it. So till then, it's goodbye from my side. Let's meet for the another session. So thank you and have a nice day ahead.